the Aviation
Hey,
Avenue podcast. I- I'm good.
hey,
How are you, sir?
how are you doing?
That's awesome.
Living the
So,
dream. Thanks
everybody,
for
this is
asking.
Anthony Oshinuga. He's an airshow performer. And so, actually, this got started in February. I was supposed to do something, but unfortunately, but now, hey, it came about in May. So, that's awesome.
Yeah, happy to be here, man. Yeah, I've been following you for a while. The footage you've been posting is pretty cool. You've been interviewing some cool people, so it's awesome. So I'm happy to be here. Happy to spread the knowledge and love,
Yeah.
and
So, Anthony, let's
let's
start with
get to
you.
it.
How did you get into aviation?
Well, I started in aviation when I was like 2 years old, believe it or not. So my parents were from Nigeria. Um, and they flew out to America in the late '80s, and I was born in Austin, Texas. And when I was 2 years old, my dad took me to an airport, and he parked the car on the runway at the approach end, and the airplane was flying over the car, and that's how I kind of got hooked. So that's my story. So that's how I got into aviation. And from there, it kind of just built from there. I met people along the way. I got involved in like RC airplanes, used to build them from scratch. Um, Went to college, got my degree in engineering, but further kind of propelled my interest in aviation, just understanding the forces and the dynamics of how an airplane can sustain itself in the
Yeah, that's
air, and all
awesome.
that.
And I actually have flown RC airplanes before. It's really cool. Orange,
Yeah,
kind of
that's awesome.
Piper a little bit. Okay. So I was flying it. I forgot which buttons were which, and then I, I flew it kind of very far to the park, and then my dad and I drove around for like 5-10 minutes, and there it was. Yeah, yeah, that happened.
Wait, did you
Yeah, I
crash that
must
airplane
have
somewhere or
because I
something?
forgot which was which. I forgot the controls. And it's very awesome. And how many
Yeah.
different types of aircraft have you flown?
Not that many, to be honest. So everybody that starts off, mostly everyone that starts off getting their private pilot's license starts in a Cessna. So I started in a Cessna 150 because it's the most cheapest affordable airplane you can get at the time. Two-seater, gas is cheap. It doesn't burn out that much fuel, and rental cost is not that bad either. So I started in the Cessna 150, did 152s, then 172s, 180s. I own a 170A model, Cessna 170A model. I also own a Pitts S1. I got a Blanca Travel triple tail. I have one of those. Of course, I have a Pitts S1. Right, do airbags and air shows in that one. So that's pretty much my gamut of aviation. I mean, I could fly anything, but that's where I'm comfortable in right now. Um, Friends have been telling me to go to the airlines and fly the airlines, but I don't know yet. I'm not really convinced because you can't really fly a Boeing 747 upside down. So I'm gonna keep flying my pits and flying
Yeah,
that air show
yeah,
stuff.
that's
So
awesome. And I
that's where I'm at.
actually flown a few aircraft. I've actually flown a few aircraft, the Piper PA-28 and Cessna 150.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a popular one. That's a good trainer. So people, it's a low wing aircraft. People start with that too, or if it's either the Cessna or Piper is usually what I'm seeing people start their
Yeah,
training,
that's amazing
with.
too. And I've actually done that with Dubois Aviation out in Chino, California.
Oh, are
Yes,
you
I
are you in
live
California?
currently in Cal. It's kind of a small town.
Okay.
Not,
Yeah, I mean I'm familiar with Chino. I mean Chino's very popular. It's a popular airport there, and I get the Hinton brothers, the guys that build the old Warbirds and stuff like that out of that airport. So it's pretty
yeah,
pretty cool out there. It's
and
a pretty
then
cool
also
environment,
I
Chino.
realized you're performing at March. I cannot wait to see you.
Yeah, man, stop by. There's gonna be a bunch of cool performers there. Not just me. There's gonna be Vicky Benzing. There's gonna be John Culver. There's gonna be Kent Peach there. There's gonna be Ed Hamill. There's gonna be some really cool performers at March. It's gonna be a really nice show. I think we're expecting to have over a hundred
Awesome.
thousand people in attendance throughout the
Yeah.
weekend. So it's gonna be busy. Get there early, and otherwise you be stuck
Yeah.
in that traffic on the 215. There's a 60 to 215 to get there. So no, come by and say hi to me. I'll be there, of course, on Sunday. I'm playing Sunday and Friday. Friday's practice, but Sunday's the air show for me. Saturday I'm busy, but Sunday I'll be
Yes, I'll
flying
be
it.
there
So yeah, definitely come
Sunday
by,
too.
say hi.
That leads me to my next question for
Okay.
you, actually, is which aircraft or which air show is your favorite to perform at?
Well, the air show I've been trying to get to for years now is the air show in Emmendorf in Alaska. I think that'd be kind of cool to fly the pits from San Diego to Alaska. It's gonna be a journey. It's gonna be a hike. I haven't done it yet, but I plan on doing it. And I think that's gonna be an amazing air show, just because you're essentially in the Arctic Circle. You're in the Arctic Circle doing an air show far north, and people go there to, but I want to go there and just kind of inspire the crowds, the youth that's there, and fly there. I think it's going to be an amazing time. So that's my goal, and so I'm looking to do that hopefully in 2026.
Oh, wow.
Probably.
2026, I'll be graduating high school. So, yeah, it's an interesting goal, and I really wish you luck in achieving it. And then next question, who inspired you to become a pilot? What was your main source of inspiration to become a stunt pilot and an aviator today?
So to make sure I understand this question correctly, so what's my source of inspiration to become an airshow pilot today? Pretty much. Well, the source of inspiration is being able to inspire those who that don't have what we have. I think inspiring a kid that's that's located in the inner city, that doesn't know what it means to be a pilot, has no idea that they can be a pilot. It's, for me, it inspires me to inspire them, because I think that I came from nothing, and I think that it's important for me to show kids that also maybe might be struggling, to show them that hey, there's more to life than meets the eye. You can be anything. And then next to that, I would say, like, there's of course pilots in the industry that have inspired me. I would say a couple pilots off the top. Jeff Bourbon is probably one of the guys who has inspired me for sure. He flies a Yak 110. I'll say Kent Peach is another guy. He's a Jelly Belly guy that flies his airplane mounted on a moving truck. I'll say also Kirby Chambliss is the Red Bull guy. He flies the Red Bull Edge 540. He's an amazing pilot. And then I would like to say
it's Mike
Goulian. I think he's also Mike Goulian is also, he's a showman. He can fly well. He's a great speaker, and he inspired me as well. So I would say that collective of folks there kind of, after I was like, hey, I want to inspire the kids to fly, but watching them fly pretty much inspired me as well, and I want to follow in their footsteps to be the best aviator possible.
And true, really, I really look up to Michael Goulian. He's one of my favorite airshow performers too. The first time I ever saw him, or actually the first time ever, was Huntington Beach back in 2016. And then before that, I saw him on video on my dad's old TV because I lived in Anaheim before this, and he got me interested in kind of Michael. So I think Michael Goulian is my source of inspiration, because he really is a great guy and a great performer to talk to and be around.
Yeah, Mike Goulian is amazing. He's an amazing guy, like hands down. All those guys I named are amazing. I mean, I'm sure I'm missing a few others, but I mean, we're just talking about who inspired me. I mean, there's a bunch of aviators in the airshow industry that are amazing. But for me, who inspired me were those set of guys. Jeff Bourbon, Kent Peaches, the Mike Goulian, the Kirby Chambliss. So those are guys that got me where I'm at.
Man. And then who else was? Oh yeah, and then somebody said Nick_South, great aviator, much respect, Anthony. Yeah, and then
Thank you.
D_Alaska, thank you for joining. Farada Amar, and then Matt Dawson, photography, thank you all for being here today. And the first time I ever saw you perform was MCS Miramar in 2017.
Man, that's a long time ago. You're aging me right now.
I think you flew over. I'm telling you this right now. I don't know if you can remember this. I don't want to get your memory bad. I think you flew over my grandparents' house. I'm being for real.
Well, if I did, hopefully I had to smoke on and bust the tower. But I honestly I don't remember when we're in the cockpit. To be honest, we are focused on the assignment. We don't. There's no. I'm not looking at cars or houses. I mean, we're looking at altitudes, right? Speeds. We're looking at our. Those are gates for us. And when we do air shows, we're not really. We're working the air box. We're working the aerobatic box. We're not really.
Yeah, that's true. You
You
always have to be focused and in in the element of what you're doing. It's always focused. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then next question 100%. Is, do you work out to handle G-force?
100%. Yeah, I do work out. So there's an off season for us, or for me at least. I mean, the season for me starts to look like late February, March, and then it ends in like October. So in the off season, I try to definitely get in the gym to prepare myself for the on season. And yeah, I do a lot of muscle strengthening things to strengthen the core, the neck muscles, the arms, the thighs, because when we're pulling these immense amount of G's, we need to make sure we have the muscles to constrict the blood from leaving our brains and going elsewhere. Because when you're pulling G's, you need the blood to feed the brain. If that doesn't happen, then you're pretty much going to knock out and fall asleep, and we don't want that.
So yeah, that is important too. That's what fighter pilots do, including Major Michelle Curran. Do you know who that is? Yes. You know who Major Michelle Curran is? Mace?
No, I don't think I do.
Yeah.
Mace. Oh yeah, for Thunderbirds.
So.
Oh yeah.
She posts her workout reels on social media, and I think it's very cool.
Oh, she does.
Yeah.
I have to check it out.
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of things she's doing up there.
Yeah, and
that's
true. That's very important too. And then next question is, what is the best aviation advice you've ever received?
Wow, these are tough questions. The best aviation advice I've ever received. Okay, honestly, it was from a mentor of mine. The best aviation advice I've ever received was have fun. Because if you're not having fun, you're not going to be able to achieve what you want, what you're set out to obtain. So, but if you're having fun, you're living in the moment, you're having fun, anything's possible. They fall into your lap.
Yeah, that's true. That is true, and a lot of that is I set goals for myself when I play like baseball and stuff, and I tell myself where to hit the ball, how to do it, and where.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what is advice you can give me and other future inspiring aviators? Advice you can give.
Well, it depends. Well, it all depends on what your goals are. But I mean, in the generality of things, I would say, like, if you're in the aviation industry and you're trying to obtain a goal, it's not. So first of all, it's not easy. It's expensive, right? We all know that aviation is expensive. Gas, rental costs, instructor, getting in a CFI to help you learn how to fly and all that. I just say, if this is what you really want to do, don't give up. Because at the end of the day, you will be so happy. And I look at myself, right, and I say, man, I'm happy that I didn't give up. I'm happy that I didn't stop, because if I did, then I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So I guess the takeaway of what I'm trying to say is, if you set out to achieve a goal, just commit to that and don't quit ever.
That is good advice. I got that 100%. And then everybody. Sorry, I just feel weird. And then that is important.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So are you?
I do not.
Do you have your pilot's license?
I took a summer camp back in August last year at Dubois Aviation out in Chino, California. The instructor's name was Bryce. He put me up every day in a Cessna 150. And then the last day I flew to Piper, actually, and then I I flew to Lake Matthews and then did like low levels and G, 0G and stuff.
Yeah. And that's awesome. Yeah, definitely. So you're planning to get your
Maybe
license? Is that what it
join
is?
the Marines and fly like the F-35 or something.
The Marines. Yeah, I have a friend. That isn't. She's not a Marine anymore, but she used to be a
Yeah,
Marine. But
they
yeah,
are. My
Marines
dad
are pretty cool.
served in
I
the
like the
Marine
Marines.
Corps on X-1, which is a helicopter squadron, and he actually met President Bill Clinton. Yeah, it
Wow,
is.
that's pretty cool.
And then another
That's awesome.
thing I really enjoy is aviation photography. I take pictures of airplanes, World War II, military, civilian aircraft, passengers, and I post them on my Instagram account. This one sometimes I had another one. It was called Aircraft and Cars Photography, but one day it like kicked me out and I can't sign back in. It's
Wow.
all right. I
I'm
just
sorry
made
to hear
another
that, man.
account. It's called Braden Piscopo Photography.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah, super cool. So, are you gonna be at March Air Force Base watching the
Yes,
air
on
show with your
Sunday
camera?
I will be there all day.
Okay, so if you gotta promise me something. If you take some really good flicks of me flying, you gotta send it to me. I'll post it on my Instagram. I'd like to see. I mean, I'm sure you guys. I've been on your page. You got some skills. You're talented. So I'll definitely take some of the photos if you capture some of me flying, and I'll post it on, or I'll share it on my story.
Okay,
The day
gotcha.
of,
I
or the
will
day after.
definitely do that. I will tag you 100%.
Awesome.
And then anybody
Awesome.
else have any
So,
questions for Anthony Oshinuga? Anybody here? I don't really. Can you see how many people are watching? Is there a glitch on my end?
I can't see.
Oh, you
No,
can't.
I can't see anybody watching. My
Oh,
screen. I just see
okay.
your face. That's it.
Oh, question from
Yeah.
CASTK0202. What was your most scary moment
Okay.
you felt when you made a dangerous stunt?
What's the most scariest thing
Yeah.
I've done when I did a dangerous stunt? Is that what you're saying? So first of all, let's clarify some things. We don't do stunts as aerobatic pilots. We go up in the air at a safe altitude and practice these new maneuvers, these aerobatic maneuvers, whatever it may be, either inverted spins, upright spins, hammerheads, whatever it is. We go there and practice it. And then once we hone that skill in, then we bring it down to a lower altitude for air show environments, and we show that to the air show environment. But I do remember one time when I was training back in the day. This is probably back in 2013. I was doing an inverted flat spin in the Pitts S1S, and I remember you could do an inverted spin to the left, or you could do it to the right, right? So you could do right foot or left foot. So the right foot, when you do an inverted flat spin in the Pitts, is pretty easy. It's not that fast. It's pretty docile. So I remember I was training and I was doing it to the left. The left foot spin in a Pitts is pretty aggressive. So aggressive that it spins so fast that the centrifugal force actually puts you to the side of the cockpit. You're like glued to the side of the cockpit and spinning really, really quickly. But with proper training, because I was trained on how to, recover from that, you just got to be patient. So when you put the recovery inputs in, it takes a couple revolutions before it breaks out of it, and then you can turn it around and fly inverted upright and fly away. But I remember it was pretty gnarly. I mean, the spin with the left foot accelerated is
Yeah.
really fast, really fast. So that's probably though. I mean, other than that, I mean, I've done things with the Diesel brothers where I'm flying my plane underneath a jumping monster jam truck. Those things were calculated. We practiced. We did 240 passes before we even had the truck to jump over. It was really safe. On TV, because TV, we had to make it kind of suspenseful. So we kind of did some things where we pulled vertical when the truck was coming before he jumped and just kind of call it off and stuff like that, which the viewers didn't really know at the time. But if we just did it to make it suspenseful.
That is
for
very
everybody's plane.
important. That is a good question. Thank you, TACHK0202 for asking that. Definitely very interesting to know about. And yeah, that's awesome. And then, have you seen the movie
Thanks.
Devotion?
Yes. Saw it 3 times.
It is, yeah.
Great movie. Jesse Brown, first naval. He was the first African American naval aviator in America, the first one. So I mean, the movie was great. The movie was a good movie. I thought that he could have did a more of a better job, just kind of explaining what he actually had to deal with. But I mean the cinematography was great. I mean
Yeah, it
the whole
was.
movie was
They're
good.
filming, and actually, the Planes of Fame Air Museum out in Chino, California, used their MiG 15 F4U Corsair F8F Bearcat for some of the filming. Yeah, yeah, from Planes
What?
of Fame.
Oh, from Chino? Yeah. They used a couple planes for Planes of Fame. They also, my buddy Mike Oliver up in Oregon, they used some of his planes too up there. But yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
made
have,
a great film.
and it was
It's
a
a great
truly
film.
inspiring people. I saw a couple people kind of emotionally crying. Yeah, especially
Yeah.
at the end of it. It was very great. The missing man at the end. Sorry if anybody who hasn't seen it for the spoiler.
Yeah, I was definitely bummed. I was definitely bummed that he had to go out that way. I mean, I wish his co-pilot when he landed. I mean, it's very honorable that his wingman, after he crashed at the end, his wingman landed and crashed his airplane to save him out of the airplane. I wish he was able to get him out,
Yeah,
but
it doesn't happen.
that
You're
didn't
right.
happen.
And legends do live on. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Yeah.
So, anybody else have questions? Because I don't. How long is the time gonna go? Let me check. Hold up, I think we have a timeline glitch. I did this happened this time. So,
Yeah.
have you used Instagram Live before?
This is my first
Your first
IG live. This is my first
That's
one
good, man. I think
that I've done
you're doing
ever.
a great job. And then,
Thank
what
you.
else?
Appreciate
I
it.
have
Yeah.
been to many air shows, specifically just in California only. I don't go to really travel that much.
Yeah, there's some good air shows around the country, man. You gotta get out there. Pacific Air Shows. So they have one in Huntington Beach. That's a really good one, I would say. I in my opinion, that's a really good. Also moving over there to Australia too as well. So if you have a chance to go to Pacific Beach, over there in Huntington Beach to watch the air
Yeah,
show,
I'll do
I say do
that
that.
this year on Sunday. And then Saturday, I'm planning to do a recording. I'll plan to do some walk around with the pilots, chat with them. On Saturday, I'll get to stay at Lion Air Museum. I have
Yeah.
to ask people
Yeah.
because I really wish you were performing because I think it would be awesome just to see
Yeah.
you and your pits perform there. And I was speaking of your pits, actually. Sorry if I'm going off topic a little. It's actually in Microsoft Flight Simulator right now. Yeah.
My airplane? Yeah. It's been there. I think. Yeah, we did the deal with. I think Microsoft Simulator in 2019. I think it was. But yeah, they came up to me in the biplane class at Reno Air Races and asked them which pilots want their airplanes in the game. I was like, oh, that'd be cool to have my airplane in the game. So we did the whole thing. They came out. The engineers came out, took pictures. I mean, they got it down to the deflection, the elevator deflection, rudder deflection, all that. It's in the program. So it's pretty much my exact airplane. It's pretty amazing what these guys did. So for whoever's watching, definitely get Microsoft Simulator. If you want to find my
Yep.
airplane,
And then
check it
I
out.
have it. I've done the Top Gun Maverick challenges.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Morton says, "Hirsch, are you at Coachella? Because it's quite noisy over there."
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up, Billy? No, I'm actually I'm at a baby shower right now. I'm in the backyard. They decided to come outside, and they're on the other end. I apologize. They're pretty loud. If it's too loud, let me know. I can
No,
move to a
it's
different room
okay. No worries.
if you want me to.
No worries. Do they know what's happening or not really?
Yeah, Billy's he's an old friend of mine. We played
Oh
college
wow.
basketball together, Division One. He's a good friend
Yeah,
of mine.
that's amazing, man.
So
Thank you for watching.
Probably just giving me a hard time.
And then, does anybody else have questions for Anthony? Just because I might. And who else joined? Okay. And so I want to say my favorite air show in the world.
What was that? What was your favorite air show in the whole world?
NCAS Miramar. That is my favorite.
Oh yeah, Miramar's a good show. It's ran by some good folks out there. Ray Shaw's their boss, and you got it's a really good show. Chris is the guy that kind of handles the ground stuff, but it's a good show. I flew it in 2017. It's a really good show.
Yeah, it is. I've been coming since 2009, and that's when my aviation interest and started to really kick off.
Yeah.
And when I was 1, and it was an amazing show. And I can't wait for the future shows to come and whatever they display there.
Oh yeah.
So everybody, if you guys don't have any questions, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you, Anthony, for coming on the show. Hear me? So if anybody doesn't look like anybody has questions, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you so much for coming on.
Anytime. Yeah, you're welcome. Hope to do this again in the future again, but hit me up anytime. I'll see you next week at the air show. We'll talk more. We'll get to see each other in person, stuff like that. If you have any questions, then
it's awesome. And then I can't wait to be there. I'll be there on Sunday. So thank you, Anthony. Have a nice day. All right, bye.
Okay, sounds good.